What's going on, you teasy? What the hell going on, man? Now, this time, I'm bringing y'all the video that I told you I was going to bring you last time, but didn't tell you how I was going to do it last time because we got distracted. It was a sad video. Y'all know what the hell went on. Here, you hold this. So, as you guys see in the, you know what I'm saying? If you clicked on it, right? You clicked on the little thing, you seen the title? It says, Why I Went Broke.
I lost.
I said, what the hell is this man talking about? You went broke on purpose, big fella? What would you do that for? So this is why. Let me explain. Let me break it down because I feel like there's some life lessons and some potential learning lessons that can be taken from just my outlook on things and the way I chose to do things and stuff like that, right? So this is me explaining to you why I purposefully left money on the table, went broke, don't have as much money as I should, or am not as far as I should be in life. Blase, blase, blase. Number one, I do like five. I'll do like five and then talk about each one. But number one, initially leaving or coming out of high school and then coming into the work environment, I've said it a couple times, I'll say it again, I only wanted to be a drug.
What you want? I got ketamine, meth, MDMA, Adderall, bromo dragonfly, heroin, coke, crack, codeine, oxys, perks, Vikes, PCP, LSD, Dilaudid, mescaline, mushrooms, bath salts, quarter.
I only wanted to sell little drugs and work at Foot Locker. So I wanted the latest, newest J's, which gives me a source of legal revenue, and then sell dope, right? And not necessarily sell dope in the essence of, you know, that stuff. Sell dope as in sell like the soft stuff, you know, pills, weed, stuff like that. So transitioning out of high school, right? I dabbled and I dibbled in high school, but transitioning out of high school, I was like, okay, I got 2 kids, man. I got to get a real job, man. I can't be no piece of shit parent. You know what I'm saying? So that was my motivation, is having 2 kids at the time and not wanting to be a piece of shit parent. So I'm like, man, let me go get this job. Even though I knew, right, I ain't never particularly cared for a job environment, but I'm like, let me go get it. Number one, leaving money on the table, not going hard in the dope game. I feel like I was born, bred, raised, and molded to further and create a drug empire, and I didn't take advantage of it, right? I felt like there were things that I had available to me, blessings that I had bestowed upon me, intellectual capability that I didn't know where it came from, to where I didn't have to sell dope. Like, I had other options, right? Because of that, I left a lot of money on the table by not going into the dope game. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever they was offering at the job, I could have got 10 times that amount on the street. Y'all feeling what I'm saying? On the street. So, not taking advantage of that. That's number one. Left a lot of money on the table. But as you know, and as I'll say again, biggest blessing that I ever had, because had I went down that route, I wouldn't have had the chance to be the light that I am and that I try to be to my people now. And I definitely wouldn't have been here to get blessed with my later 2 kids. I'd have been locked up somewhere like a...
I swear to God.
What's he saying?
They say you gonna make mommy broke.
Dang!
What?
They say I gonna make you broke.
Cause you eat all my food. You eat all my money up.
You got cheese like me?
So there's that. Number 2. So I'm working and I'm working and I'm working. This man giving me a high five because I got an accomplishment on Madden.
$45,000, bruh. But now you can get the bigger pack.
This is irony that you talking about we winning money on the game, and I'm telling them about how I was losing money. But number 2, I figured out that working wasn't for me. I went directly into sales. I left so much money on the table by going into sales and not immediately implementing all of the stuff that I had learned in the streets and in gangs and robberies and the dope game. The stuff that I learned there was so applicable to the environment, the legal and professional environments I was in, corporate America. It was so applicable. It's the same damn thing. But it took me so long to come out of my shell and feel comfortable in that environment, right? And let me give you a scenario. Black people, a lot of black people, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of black people that don't come from money, when you get in situations where jobs bestow you and bless you with the ability to hire you and put you around money, you have a servitude type mentality. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good day, sir. Would you like some more, sir? Instead of coming in like, hey, man, look, get 4 of them, 3 of them, double up, triple up. Man, y'all know what's happening. So because of that mentality, I left so much money on the table by not execute. Don't put your damn finger in the lens, man. By not executing on so much of the greatness that was inside of me, I didn't fucking unlock it for years. That's number 2. Number 3. So I'm going through and I finally find my little groove, right? I'm selling cars and I finally find my little groove, but because I didn't like how I was treated as, you know what I'm saying, how they dealt with me inside of that environment, right? It was a real high racist environment, but I was checking my rent. I lived in the Green Tree Apartments. My rent was probably like $600. Man, I'm clocking like on a light month, $2,800. You know, so this is the most money I had ever made, especially legally. Oh man.
Hey!
I can't hear you.
Why not?
I just can't.
Is it because you're like really tall?
Not at all. I was actually short once, just like you.
Well then.
But then I got these AirPods.
AirPods? Like those wireless Apple earpod things?
Yes, and now I'm better than you.
What?
Sorry, I can't hear poor people.
Not knowing, man, I could have pushed that shit up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 as soon as I got all the way comfortable, but my skin wasn't thick enough, so I let my environment get to me. Number 5, still in the sales environments, right? I'd probably say the most I had made up into that, but no, this is still the most I had made. That, come to think about it, was working at Sprint. Combined with like incentives and stuff, I probably made like a little over 60,000. That's the most I've ever made from a job. But I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And I was buying gold teeth and rims and hamburgers every day, and you know, just all type money management. And that's how I just put on my Instagram, man, and we'll constantly be talking about a lot of time. Really write out what you mean.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in your damn self, but really write out what you mean when you say that you want to be successful or that you're looking to obtain a certain goal. Write out what you mean, man. Because my guess is you could probably obtain that goal with half of the money that you think you need to obtain it with. So a lot of people be like, I need to be a millionaire. I need to be a millionaire. Me and my mom was just talking about how, man, $300 a month that changed most people's lives forever. If you could guarantee you got an additional $300, not that little $600 that Donald Trump tried to trick niggas with, and he just lost, we ain't gonna get into politics, but $300 a month will change most people's situation. So my personal goal should have been way different when I was attacking it at that time, but it wasn't. And I ain't never seen that much money. And I didn't know what to do with the money. We was having lavish ass Christmases, partying, everything. It was crazy. And not even, you know what I'm saying, over the top crazy, because how over the top crazy could you be when you pulling in a couple thousand a month? But over the top crazy for people that could have been building an empire. Like if I was investing then, the long way, how I know I should have been and how I know what I was capable of, I would be racked in right now. So there's that.
Hey, don't do it,
So number 4 was bad spending habits. Getting the money, but having bad spending habits. Number 4, purposely went broke. coming in.
Number 5.
Coming in at number 5, man. I'm probably gonna do some more, depending on how y'all respond to it, and you know how it's being received in the streets. But number 5, I would say deciding that I didn't fit in an environment where somebody had to tell me what to do. Deciding that I could no longer come home and tell my kids, like this big monkey behind the camera, oh no, we can't go over here, or we can't celebrate like this, or we don't have the money to do this because my boss told me so. Bleed, man, y'all. Think about it. Think about how a lot of people live. Like, MZ, you on the other side of this camera, man. Please just hear me out for just a second. Telling your family that you can't do something that you want to do, that you know they want to do, and you know the time on this earth is limited, and coronavirus just showed you that tomorrow ain't promised. Telling your family that you can't do it because your boss said you could. First of all, you're calling another human boss. Boss? Big fella, we gotta develop past that. You could be a leader. You could be at the front of the pack. You could be the person that go through the door first. But man, I ain't calling you boss, big fella. It ain't. Come on, man. That shit gotta stop. So deciding I no longer fit in that mentality. My last working environment was my most profitable working environment to date. But I didn't work there for a full year to get the analytics on what I was pulling in. But from the job and sales and stuff like that, I was probably pulling in like $1,200 a check, right? So $1,200 per check, getting paid 2 times a month is only $2,400. That ain't really that good. But I was in downtown Seattle with the bass heads, man. The bass heads. Y'all ain't, man, let me take my thing. The bass heads. They was bringing me. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of game. Real fast before I let you go home. They was bringing me. It's a secret. They was bringing me stolen stuff, right? Into the store. And I would buy it. But the owner of the store would let me buy it with the money out the cash register. So then I would flip it. I would sell it. I would slang it. And then I would replace the money in the cash register. Meaning I never dipped into my actual money. And I was up. Never. All right. So, leaving that environment definitely cost me a lot of money. And, you know, people with entrepreneurship, and I own my own business, that's just difficult because you never know the ups and downs, and then not having that volatility while having a family, while being in the midst of a virus, and while just having the certain makeups that I have for things that I want to do is very, 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 very difficult. But I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I have such an optimum amount of freedom. You would I never knew it was possible. You know what I'm saying? The level of stress that I have versus the level of stress that I traded in for, I'm going to pick this level all the time because I know that work compounded on top of work, like compound interest, is going to lead to where I want to get to. And I already did the 9-to-5 thing, and I still ended up broke. I'm talking about working my butt off. You know what I'm talking about? And I still ended up broke. So I'm going to try this other way. I'm going to try betting on me for once. I'm going to try bringing this game to you guys for once. I'm going to try doing what I said I was going to do when I said I was going to do it for once. I'm going to try investing in stuff that I feel like is going to yield tangible dividends for once. And I want you to do the same damn thing. All right, y'all, I'm out. It's me. Little man got to go to bed. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do the stuff, press some stuff. If you don't, I don't give a damn. Tell somebody else to. Y'all, it's me, man. I see y'all on the flip side.